estamos, aquí estamos y no nos vamos. Y si nos echan, nos regresamos. A ver. Come out, come out. Number 3, come out, into the streets and shout. Together as parents, that's what it's about. Come out, into the streets and shout. Together as parents, that's what it's about. Come out, into the streets and shout.
These walls had art and murals painting all up and down, and last year the North Figueroa Association made a complaint with Cedillo's office to have them removed. The complaint went to Cultural Affairs, and since these walls were not registered, they had to be taken down. These walls, the walls behind Owls and Fashion 21 were also erased from the complaint. So how do you feel about the murals being raised on the parking lot walls?
Well, to be honest, first we felt disheartened, but then we got angry. And the reason for that is we as artists of color are already at so much of a disadvantage. We are already so underrepresented. So for them to do something like that was more than just, I would say, a slap in the face. It was literally taking away resources and identity from the culture that remains here in Highland Park. I literally grew up in school right across the park right there. So I mean, I grew up there and all we had was the Southwest Museum. So I grew up without getting to go to these fancy museums. We didn't have LACMA, we didn't have MoCA, we didn't have any of that, you know? So the art that we grew up exposed to that influenced us and created, you know, more local artists was the art on the walls. It had special significance to us because those were our museums. It was literally what they erased was called drive-by murals. It was a drive-by gallery of artwork by Frank Romero. And you know, there were more. John Zender's Aztec warrior has special, I would say, like significance, and I would say it's borderline sacrilegious to remove something of such symbolism to the indigenous culture in Highland Park. So the removal of the murals was sacrilegious. That's the best way that I can say it. And it was done in such a disrespectful, unethical, and illegal way. They didn't go through protocol. They didn't give us due process, you know, which is it was the ultimate and final slap in the face. And not only did they get removed, but the artists didn't get notification. So it was just done in the most horrible way possible across the board.
Yeah, because they just because I know they went to Cedillo's office and they made a complaint. Right. And the Cedillo's office followed up, and Cultural Affairs stated that they were registered and that, so they didn't reach out to nobody. They just were like, you know what, I don't like these murals, and I'm just going to erase them.
They didn't reach out to the artists, and they didn't reach out to the community. There was no public posting of any kind on social media or in person stating that these pieces were going to be removed. And if you would like to go, at least photograph them and document them. It was done in such a entitled manner. That's why the community is so angry, and that's how we came together to fight against the people who took them down.
When Yahara actually sent me what was going down today, and what we were planning to do, and what we were hoping to represent, it really touched me, because it really was what I saw on these walls that got me into doing artwork, to expressing myself, into actually leading other people to express themselves and find who they are through their own form of art. And to see that there's just beige walls here now is a travesty. It's sad. It's a showing of how our culture isn't being perpetuated in this day and age by the people who are coming here. These people have no respect for what this community was built on, what roots run here. They say that they're here for the betterment of this community, that they want to be integrated into the community, incorporate everybody, and that's not the truth. And that's a representation of that. It's sad. It's sad because this is generations of what we had here. Generations. My parents, my grandparents.
Vigil to show not just our love, but also our distrust and our broken hearts that our murals have been erased. There were murals all along these walls here. There were murals on the bank, Chase Bank, on the other side where we were standing, and we are extremely brokenhearted. We honor them, the ones that were erased, and we are here in solidarity to say you will not be forgotten.